So there's a story about this fisherman and a businessman, and the businessman sees the fisherman getting a bunch of fish, and he goes over to him. He says, hey, you should fish more often so you can get more fish, so you can buy more boats, so you can have people working for you and all that fun stuff. And the fisherman looks at the businessman and says, oh, that's great. And then do what? And the businessman looks back at the fisherman and says, oh, so you can retire to a small village so that you can fish all day, so you can spend time with your family. I think that's such an interesting story. I don't know how true that story is in actuality, but it's so funny how we chase a lot of things just to try to gain things in order to get back to a place where things in life are simple. So in this video, I'm going to talk about 8 rules or 8 things that you can do to not lose yourself to work, but so that you can enjoy your life while still maintaining a level of ambition. Number 1, define what success is for you. I've talked about this in other videos, but it's so easy to think that we're defining success for ourselves. What we're really doing is we're looking at other social media, we're looking at what other people are doing, we're looking at other people's lives, and we're defining success based on what they're doing or success based on what other people think that we should do. Define what success looks like for you. Define what your career, your relationship, your lifestyle, your livelihood, what all of that looks like for you. And then you are able to base yourself and judge yourself off of realistic metrics instead of metrics from other people that you don't even know on the internet, or maybe you do know, but their life is their life for a reason and not yours. So define what success is like for you. Number 2, work in small bursts. It's so easy for us to get so caught up in just trying to grind consistently. I'm somebody who I used to do that, and I realized like I was not being efficient at all. I wasn't being economical at all doing that. I'm now somebody who works in small bursts. I can work in focused bursts at 30 minutes at a time. Then I need like a 5-10 minute break. I walk the dogs. I come get a coffee, a glass of water, something like that. I get away from of what I'm doing and that task that I'm doing, and then I get back to it. And what that does is it leads me to being fresher in that task. And I think that so often, if we just continue to work and we continue to try to grind at a clip, we end up just getting burnt out. And sometimes burnout doesn't just show itself immediately. Sometimes it shows itself way later. And then you're like, wait, why am I in this space where I can't even get out of this burnout? And it's like, oh, you have just created so much burnout debt that now you're sitting back and you're like, oh, I just want to never do the thing that I thought that I love doing. So if you actually work in spurts, it's going to relax you. It's going to get you fired up to get back to work, and you're going to feel refreshed. You're going to look and enjoy the breaks that you have, and you're going to look and enjoy the work that you're getting back to. Number 3, notice if you have ambition anxiety. I might have made that term up, but basically what that means, it's like a fear of missing out, but it's a fear of not doing enough. And so what you do is you just grind, you go. And then no matter what you're doing, you feel like you're not doing enough. I saw this so much in my past in work. I worked for a lot of fast-paced organizations, and I think that conditioned me to always feeling like I had to just grind and go so fast-paced, because a lot of things were client-facing, which is great. But then I realized that would feed over into other aspects of my life. And I always felt like I was in a rush. I always felt like even though no matter if I did all of my to-do lists in the day, I still just wasn't doing enough. And I felt like I was missing out on some level of, I don't know, I can't even really explain it, but I just always felt in a rush. So if you have some level of ambition anxiety, sometimes you have to slow yourself down. If you really want to win, you really want to win on your terms, like it doesn't need to always feel so rushed. And I think that when it comes to social media, when it comes to society, it's very easy for us to see content and stuff like that again is grind, go, or else. And that or else is then you're not enough. And that's not the case in reality. Sometimes if you take a step back and you slow yourself down, you don't have so much ambition anxiety, you're able to slow down and look at your life around you and look at what you built and actually enjoy the fruits of your labor and actually enjoy your day-to-day. So relax with the ambition anxiety. I know it's a thing that happens to all of us, but just take a pause, take a deep breath. Number 4, learn how to say no. Saying no is going to be your superpower. When you say no, you are saying yes to something else. And oftentimes what I realize is the more I'm saying yes to things that I genuinely want for myself. And in the past, I used to think, oh, if I'm saying no, I basically operated as a people pleaser, right? Like I consistently did what other people wanted. I walked the life and the walk that I thought other people wanted of me. I always showed up to things that I really didn't want to show up to. And so when I started saying no, I was able to start saying yes to the things that I wanted to do. And it's so cliche. I know that you've heard it, but the more that you put your foot down and have some respect for yourself, other people have respect for your time, and they start to see what your priorities are. Like right now, my priorities are really my family, my faith, and fitness, right? And I'm sure there's, fun is in there as well, all the F's, but really I am trying to give the most that I can to my family. And so if it doesn't really revolve around that, it's a hard pass for me. And I'm okay saying that right now because that's 100% my priority and it makes me feel good. And so if you're trying to win on your terms, you have to do the things that make you feel good, that are conducive to your life, and not be afraid to say no to other things, to other people, to other engagements, because people pleasing doesn't end up pleasing yourself in the long run. Just think about it. Number 5, one of my favorites, don't attach your identity to the result. So often we think that if we don't get a result, then we have a specific identity that is less than what we actually are. I've started to, I won't say attach my identity, but I've put more credence and more credit into the effort that I put in, how I'm approaching something. I'm not always worried about a result. I know that a result is a positive thing to have, but sometimes you can lose even if you do the best, because a lot of things are outside of your control. So the more that you do not attach yourself to a result, the more that you can actually focus on your output, the more that you can focus on, how you showed up, who you are, who you want to be, and you're able to move forward better. Because there's so many people, look, you can win and go about things like trash. You can win and do things in a very shady way. You can win and give a lot of half-ass effort, and you can win and not learn a lot about yourself or not learn at all. But then if you judge yourself by that, then you actually aren't becoming a better person. You just won on paper, and that was all that you did. So do not attach your identity to a result, because at the end of the day, we forget about the results, but we learn and we really take in who we are in the process. Number 6, build systems. When you build systems, you're able to free yourself up for other things. For example, like finances were a big thing for me in the past probably 5-6 years, because I basically went broke trying to run my own apparel company, even though revenue was really, really high. And so it's like, I need to dive down and make sure that when I'm getting a paycheck or paychecks, here's what the accounts that I need to do. Here's the things that I need to be investing in. These are the things that I need to do in order to automate a system. So I'm not just spending money on stupid stuff, right? There's systems and there's processes that I do at work that allow me to be more efficient at my job. There's systems when it comes to this video. For example, I used to edit my own videos. Now I have a team that edits videos, and it's such a big help because then I can be more consistent, because if I'm not doing that, then I can't have the output that I want to have, right? If I'm not putting the systems in place financially, then I'm not going to be as financially stable as I want our household to be. There's so many things and processes and systems that you can put in place, and I'm not going to tell you what those are for you, because you know what inefficiencies you have. Find the inefficiencies, put systems and processes in place, and watch the rest of your day, your life win and flourish. It makes things a whole lot easier. Number 7, surround yourself with people who are busy living, that are enjoying life and not just trying to show off different things and finances and stuff like that for other people. I fell victim to this when I lived in San Diego, because lifestyle was a little bit different. We moved out to Texas, life slowed down a little bit, and we just really created a community of people who were just like, wow, we just enjoy being in each other's presence. We just enjoy being around each other and living and focusing on the things that we truly, genuinely love. And that changed for me. Like when I was in San Diego, I was like, I just wanted to buy a car. I just wanted to spend money on stuff so that other people could think that I had it, so other people could think that I was somebody, because I placed my value in like things and stuff. And it just wasn't good for me, because then I was trying to quote unquote win at life and spend money in areas that deep down, if you ask me, I'm like, it didn't matter to me at all, right? So if you can surround yourself with people who are enjoying living and enjoying living a lifestyle that you also enjoy living, you'll realize that like you're winning where you are right now. You don't always have to chase something to get something. Like sometimes you can take a step back and be like, oh, I'm winning right now. And this is a piece that I really want you to get and understand. Like we always have this, one day I will do XYZ, win. One day I'll enjoy something one day. And it's like, man, like 10 years ago, you were saying one day. 10 years later, you're going to keep saying one day. On your deathbed, are you going to keep saying one day? Like one day has to come at some point in time, right? But that one day can be today. So enjoy the people that you're around and find the right people who you enjoy the lifestyle that they enjoy as well. And you can just live and do the things that are fulfilling. Very simple. And number 8, remember the goal. And the goal, I believe, is always a level of freedom and peace, and mental peace and emotional peace and stability in that realm. And sometimes we think the goal is to acquire stuff. We think the goal is to be seen as something. But at the end of the day, it's like most people just want to have peace of mind. Do the things that can get you to a level of peace of mind, and don't worry about the rest. So if you're trying to win and not trying to have work overwhelm you and everything, try to get back to how to get to a level of peace of mind. For me, again, I'm like, yeah, I like being and spending time with my family. Like we got some land, and I like just being out in the country and just sitting and just watching no cars go by, and just like kind of being around nobody and just breathing the fresh air and being out in the woods and wilderness. Like I realized that for me is a level of peace. And if I can acquire that and I can do that, then great, do that. And because do that for me and do that for my family. So if you can do those things and find that for you, it's going to make things so much easier. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.